Income Stream Diaries. This is a podcast where I take behind the scenes as I build a new stream of income slash hopefully a new business from scratch. So my name is Robin, and every day I'll be sharing my progress as I work towards launching a successful business. Um, Truthfully, honestly, I have no idea how this is going to go, but feel free to follow along and see what I get up to. So, without further ado, let's dive into today's diary. And I kind of just want to start off by introducing myself and telling you the, I guess, the catalyst for this series, podcast, blog, whatever this is, right? So maybe a day or two ago, I started going into the rabbit hole of Wandering Aimfully by Jason Caroline Zook, and it is a program that I would like to join. But I'm at very beginning stages of my business, right? Like I've been I've had this business idea for a while and just could never quite get it off the ground. And part of me is like, okay, we need to try something. I just feel like I am missing out on a lot of things because I'm not earning enough money to meet my goals. So I'm like, you know what? I need to really double down on active income. People love to talk about passive income. Oh yeah, it's great, great, great. But the truth of the matter is, as someone who lives in a small country, um, when I watch a lot of these videos about, passive income, making money online, a lot of that stuff is not available for me. And so I said, you know what, I think I need to really focus. If I need money right now, I need to focus on active income streams. So yeah, that's kind of that like niggling was like in my ear of like I was really worried. The last couple of days I couldn't really sleep well. So yeah, I just was like, I feel like I need to really double down on a business idea that I have, right? And so a couple days ago, I had created a new Instagram page, and I'll reveal to you probably shortly, maybe in the next episode or so, or maybe even this one. I have no idea. I'm just off the cuff. I'll reveal it to you what exactly the business idea is. So I actually have a number of ideas. However, I'm going to be focusing on one project for the next couple of weeks. And then once that has been launched, I'm going to go on to the next one, right? So I'm going to try to be as focused as possible because I do think I have a little bit of ADHD. And so, like, or maybe not even that, but maybe it's just shiny object syndrome where, like, I see something, I want to do it, and then I get distracted and lose track of what I should have really been doing, right? So essentially, this series, this podcast is me building this thing in public, right? I want to share with you the step by step, like the real look behind the curtain of what it takes. And I'm saying what it takes, like in quotation marks, because the truth of the matter is, I've tried to build a business before and it hasn't worked out, right? And that's one of the projects that I'm going to be relaunching, but not right now, right? I've found something else that I'm going to be working on first, right? And so I think the idea of building in public and actively sharing it along the way will act as a really good diary, a video diary, an audio diary, so that I can look back at this. So because I am a one-woman show, I'm literally talking to myself. A lot of times I'll have an idea, and because I don't write it down right away, like it's just lost. Like I don't tell anybody about it. I don't have anyone to bounce ideas off of. But I think it's good to audibly say something and then like release that thought into the atmosphere, and then hopefully potentially look back at the video or listen back to the recording and be, oh yeah, I did have the idea that I thought of, right? I also thought that, oh, like what if somebody like copies my idea? Now, I don't think I'm a genius. So I'm sure somebody already has this business idea and is probably doing really well with it. But I mean, there's so many different types of bread brands out there. So yay, why can I not try this, right? So these are not unique ideas to me. But I just thought it would be fun to kind of like share my progress, share the challenges that I'm sure that I'll face, but also share the lessons that I've learned and hopefully some triumphs along the way. So yeah, I just thought I would just give that little snippet of what I'm going to be sharing with you and building with you in real time. So I think it's good because it kind of hopefully makes me more accountable. And if anybody is seeing this, anyone's listening to this, I think it's also good to get like feedback as well from whatever community may be out there, right? So, and I think it's also really good, like a transparency aspect of like building a business or building a side hustle is not as easy as everyone says it is, right? I've tried so many different things, it has not worked. So I'm like, you know what, but I can bet on myself and I'm sure that something will work out. I'm sure that failure is inevitable, but I pick myself up and I get up, I dust myself off, and I try and try again. So let me just drink some tea. Yeah, so next I kind of just want to talk about why this journey is important to me. And this is like a challenge for me because I just feel like I've tried in the past to have a side hustle and it never really works out. But I think having this diary and telling people about it is kind of like forcing me to show up. But also, I'm at a stage now where I feel very discontent with where I am right now in terms of like income. And so I think it will be good to challenge myself to essentially double my income. So I was running some numbers yesterday and I was like, you know what, I would really want to activate paying off my my debt. I want to pay off my car in like a year or so. And I was like, you know what, I also want to buy a house, so I need to save up for a mortgage, and I also want to start paying back my student loans. So like when I factor in all those stuff, the number I came up with is that I need to make an additional $750 a week. Yeah. So essentially, the side hustle will be funding my goals, my future. And that ties into my bigger purpose and like my bigger overarching brand of the Retire Happy Club. I'm all about financial independence, and active income or building additional streams of income is really important when you are on a financial freedom journey, right? You can't just have a 9 to 5 and expect to be like financially independent. It's not gonna happen, especially not in 2024. So I'm getting more realistic about what it will take to actually achieve my goals. And I think for the longest time I always felt this call, this push to be an entrepreneur, and so this is kind of like fulfilling that a little bit, right? So what did I have next to talk about? I think I wanted to, yeah, it's like I said, so I do have an idea that I'm working on that I kind of already started on, but I haven't really been taking it as seriously. So every day for the next, let me see, today is Friday, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to be, I have 4 weeks to launch this new product. So I'm giving myself until the 7th of September to start launching this product, right? And you'll be like, why the 7th? So I'm going to be selling like sweet treats, right? And so I've looked at a couple of farmers markets here in Barbados, and they typically are on a Saturday or a Sunday. So I'm like, okay, I think it will take me like, I don't get paid until the end of the month, so that's when I'll probably like start buying my stock and stuff, and then I'll make the things like on a Friday night or a Thursday night to sell on the Saturday or the Sunday. So I kind of just have to like plan ahead, and I think that gives me enough time and it's more realistic about my goals, and it gives me a chance to kind of figure out the logistics of like, what do I need to sign up for the farmers market and all that kind of stuff. So the 7th of September is my launch date. So Yeah, think this is a good enough introduction to this. So I think that is it for me. Hopefully tomorrow I will have more of an update on like what I'm doing. I think also, I just as a note, because I am a solopreneur, I will kind of be using Chat GPT to kind of like schedule out like what I'm going to be working on each day. I think that's a good way for me to kind of like have a second opinion, even though it's like an AI bot, right? But I think I kind of still need that like additional support, even though I don't have a physical person I could kind of talk to and bounce ideas off of. But yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm going to leave things for today. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my tea and enjoy my weekend, my Friday evening. And yeah, so hopefully you guys join me on this journey, and I can't wait to hear back from you, and we'll talk later. Bye bye.